among peers who understand you. Maybe you'll even make some friends.
Want to take a stab at being social? I do like stabbing.
So the first things I would like to know is, what was your connection with this story before going into the show?
I was a fan. I was a fan of the black and white TV series. I thought it was one of my most favorite TV series I'd ever seen. It had the most wildly and boldly drawn characters. And it was always funny. It was always light, and I felt held by it. And I love the gothic sensibility and nature of the characters. I love the macabre. I love the spookiness of it. And that they were all kind of group of very happy weirdos mocking all the sort of, normal people that were full of sunshine in that American world. So I adored that series. It endlessly entertained me. And I loved the film so much. I felt they were perfect. And I loved Raul Julia. I loved Angelica Houston and Christina Ricci, of course, who was Wednesday in those films. And the opportunity to work with Tim Burton was one I wanted my entire life. He's made some of my very favorite films. And I've always made the effort to go to the cinema to see his films, to have that cinematic experience. So it's still quite mind-bending to me. I've worked with Tim.
I get what you're saying, because to get to see these characters through the eyes of Tim Burton is something that it really fits. You feel like he should have done it a long time ago. And you're not a stranger to fantasy roles. So I would like to know your take on how is it to work in a fantasy role, but through the eyes of Tim Burton.
I never see any of the roles I do in terms of genre. I only ever see them as people. And I think Tim has the same. I think he always wants the reality of the situation. He always wants the human being, and he wants to know the truth of the dynamic, the truth of the relationship, what it is that's actually happening. And then I think the truth can be expressed in different forms and new ways, different ways. And it's only afterwards that you realize, oh, that's the performance I gave. I'm completely mad. But that, when you explore from the truth, then all these other things can happen. It's like setting off fireworks randomly. I don't think I never set out to create any kind of fantasy character. It's always about the real world for me.
And you were saying it's all about the human, and I would like us to tell us a little bit about Larissa, about your character, and the idea that she has to deal with being the head of Nevermore Academy and having to deal with the outside world, seeing them as weirdos, are outcasts.
I think that Larissa is in a position, having really struggled at Nevermore and always been in the shadows of Morticia Addams growing up. I think now she's in that position of power. Now she's taking care of the school and she's taking control of it, that she wants to nurture all of those young people, and she wants to give all of those outcasts a haven, a home, and a safe environment where they can truly be themselves. And I think she's very focused on nurturing each and every one of them, so nobody feels left behind. I also like that she is focused on integration, that it's her idea to have Nevermore's first normie teacher at the school, and outreach day with the community, so that there can start to break down some of the animosity that exists between the outcasts and the normies.